Hey guys, if you've been going through any spiritual warfare or any spiritual battles, I believe that the Lord is going to use me to equip you. First of all, I wanted to tell you that when the power of God moves or when fire of heaven comes, persecution many times falls after, right? If you look through the story of Elijah, when fire came from heaven, he was persecuted shortly after. If you look through the story of Exodus, when the power of God was moving powerfully in Egypt, right? The church and the body of Christ, the Israelites, they were being persecuted shortly after that, right? All these things were taking place. But what does the book of Acts say? The book of Acts shows us that yes, that the power of God can move, that fire can come from heaven, that all these crazy things can happen, that persecution will follow. But the book of Acts shows us that that's where we can grow. See, the early church was probably, if not, it was probably the most persecuted church, but it was also the fastest growing church, most likely. It was also seeing the most signs, seeing the most wonders, seeing the most miracles, and it was just crazy moves of God. So what can we learn from that? We can learn that yes, God can move powerfully, and yes, persecution can follow, but that should empower us to continue with exactly what God has called us to do, right? That we can be persecuted, but we can also be growing. We can be persecuted, but we can also be moving. What I understand is that when there's a fire, many times there's firefighters on the way, but I know that this will be a fire that does not go out, that keeps it blazing, and we're going to scorch through.